Hello, welcome to the Trauma Bond with Theresa Bateman podcast. Thank you for being here. I'm your host, Theresa Bateman, and every week I'm going to sit down with a member of my creative community to discuss our traumas, big and small. From the petty to the PTSD to the punchlines of our best jokes, the issues of today, our triggers of the week, and our most problematic opinions, and ultimately how we find the funny in the bad shit that's happened to us. In the end, we'll form a lasting bond. A trauma bond. Sit back, listen, and bond with us, won't you?
And light another dude, cause it's what? It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Trauma Bond with Theresa Bateman. Today, my guest is a writer and comedian based in Los Angeles. You may have seen her Cracked comedy special. You may have seen her comedy special on HBOmax. She's also a writer for Alabama Jackson on Adult Swim. Please join me in welcoming the hilarious, the fashionista, Ashley Ray. Hi, how are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah. I love the green coordination you got because now you're also matching my green chairs.
Yeah, and this beautiful
And
Awala,
my water bottle.
which I love. I have one too.
Yes, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, they're the premium bisexual water bottle.
See, here's the thing. It's funny is that I keep feeding into bisexual stereotypes without even knowing I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then I find out later and I'm like, okay.
It is the bisexual water bottle.
Okay.
It's very queer. First of all, you can do it two ways. So
That's, wow, hello. Duh.
Yeah.
I kept seeing people in dance class having this water bottle and I was like, I guess I'll give it a go.
they're incredible.
And they're incredible. They're the only ones I found that actually don't leak. The
Yeah.
rest of them are...
And you can like mix and match the tops and bottoms. And if you really want to go crazy, you can steal the tops from Whole Foods.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like a huge Reddit group of Awala people who like are straight up like, okay, they have this like rare pink top, but I just swapped it out with another one because I just wanted that. And you're not supposed to do it, but we do.
Wait, why? Yeah, why the fuck not?
They get really, because like the Awala sells them in very specific color like coordination. So when you mix and match at the store, people get upset because they'll be like, they told me this Whole Foods had the daisy color and I got here and the daisy top was switched out with a sage top. And that's not what I want. And then people get upset. And I'm like, sorry, I was the one who swapped it because I wanted the red on my purple dusk bottom.
That should be allowed. That should actually be a marketing tactic that they use.
That they use.
Hey, switch it up.
Switch and swap. You would think they would just sell the tops at this point.
Yeah.
But they don't. They don't.
No, because they want to make as much money as possible. I'm actually like, I dropped this off a tall porch last summer and it's all fucking dented at the bottom.
Ugh.
And so it wobbles now, but
if you need accessories for your I do make them.
Wait, really?
If
What kind?
Like a silicone bottom that you can put on it to like protect it from falls.
Wait.
And then I also make these little water bottle keychain holder things that you can put on it and it can hold your like headphones and lip gloss.
Okay.
And
also,
I'm very into
entrepreneur Ashley Ray. Like, wait, do you have like a Etsy shop? What's going on?
I am opening one.
Okay.
Like I was doing it for myself and my friends were like, really? Like you make like you got a sublimation printer so you can print your own lip gloss holders for an Awala water bottle, and then they are all color coordinated. Like you do want them to match.
No, I love that,
and it's gorgeous. And I make little charms for them.
That's fun.
And it's like I get to dress my water bottle up with me.
Hell yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, you came in with the bags matching the shoes, and I'm like, yeah, if your water bottle was also matching, I'm freaking out.
It would have. It's the same green.
Oh my
and
God.
That one right now is dressed up in a really cute little daisy white pattern.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of bisexual stereotypes, did you know about the green velvet couch one? Because apparently that's a stereotype I didn't know about, and I'm like, well, I literally have 3 green velvet chairs and a green velvet fucking bed
I don't know that I knew it was green specifically, but I didn't like velvet. Yeah, I had a like dark navy blue velvet couch in my old apartment.
Me too.
My couch now it's not velvet, but it is a dark green, similar velvet, like a Chanel something. Yeah. So yeah, that is true.
Here we go. We literally can't stop. I was like, I remember finding out about like Doc Martens and cuffed jeans, and I was like, okay, call me out.
Call me out. Yep. I have so many Doc Martens.
My go-to.
Yeah.
It's
And if I
so
wasn't wearing
funny.
such a short dress, I would be sitting like a bisexual right now.
Wait,
But
what's sitting like a bisexual?
oh my God, the bisexual, it's like,
You have to.
kind of like that. It's like 1 foot up like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done it.
And
But
there's
it's
like
not.
bisexual chairs where you can put like 1 foot up. And
Yes. Okay, that's
that
so
is how I
funny.
sit at my desk constantly.
Me being so ignorant to all the bisexual stereotypes that I'm just literally feeding into all the time.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But I love our community.
Yeah, I love our community too. I was actually just on a podcast called This Feels By that came out yesterday, or my episode came out yesterday. Shout out to the podcast This Feels By. So fun. And then every time I'm listening to that, I'm like, yep, there we go again. It's all true for me. Absolutely. As much as I want to say I'm actually just gay, it's more of a choice now. I'm choosing to be gay, but I am technically bisexual.
I'm bi. Yeah. People, they get mad when you call yourself gay now.
Yeah.
When you're bi.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
like, hey, you wanted me to choose a side for the whole time, and now that I'm
I
that I'm
choose?
choosing one, and you're mad. What do you want from me?
I don't know. Just send me the new rules every day, please. Let me know.
That's the other thing. I'm like, literally, I can't keep up. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
good
can't say
on
gay,
it.
but I can say I'm queer, but I can say I'm bi, but
It's
I'm gay. I don't know.
I don't know. That's why I kind of feel like, yes, I'm bi technically, but if I like you, it's gay.
It's gay.
So that's kind of just where I'm at.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, it's gonna be like a gay vibe.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. Yeah. It's not gonna be straight.
No, hell
it's gonna
no.
be gay.
Literally impossible to be straight because I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, rolling into these questions, do you have anything you would consider to be your trigger of the week? Anything really pissing you off, getting you worked up?
I think this week I've been very triggered by doom scrolling. I think that's probably a lot of us right now.
Yeah, big time.
I've been trying to do better. The last half of 2025, I gave up. I threw the towel in somewhere around September, maybe August even. And I went, we're done. It's done for me. And I just leaned into doom scrolling. Worst parts of the internet was like, I'll just be on Twitter.
Yeah.
The worst place to be when you want to be happy.
It's gotten just worse and worse since Elon took it over, obviously.
And now it just, I actively feel it feeding into my mental illness and like when that sadness, and it just, it's like it knows to just feed you posts that are like, the world is horrible and there's no reason to try. And you're like, exactly.
And that's what they want, and that's what they want.
Yeah. And it's like, why write that thing when it's like people are too dumb to even understand TV shows now?
Yeah.
And it just feeds into that and lets you be so negative. So now I'm trying to actively course correct and be on more positive platforms.
Yes.
Like TikTok and Threads.
Yeah.
And I feel I'm just getting triggered and frustrated in a new way.
Okay.
It's just
what's the new way that on the good platforms? The good platforms.
I mean, it's mostly Threads where I'm on because they mostly talk about TV there. Blue Sky is the news.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to that. It's just the news.
That never really took off, at least in my perspective.
No,
the way they wanted it to.
Whenever I open it, it's like my nerdiest, most political friend being like, here's 8 news things that I had no idea about. And I'm just like, whoa, the other ones aren't even talking about this.
Yeah, it hasn't even reached them.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's just the news. But then Threads is just TV shows and people who still think it's like 2019 internet where you can like network your way into a job from Threads.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of like, hey, where are my LA girls who are trying to grind, build, and connect? Follow me. This is the page for you. And that now is what I just see that. I'm like, I hate this. I hate this like fake, we all need to be projecting this brand and like everyone thinking they're a PR person now and being like, this is not how you should be presenting yourself on Threads if you'd like to be taken seriously as a content maker. And it just, shut up. I hate it.
Literally, who cares? This is where I'm like, everybody shut the fuck up and just like live your life.
Live your life.
Why are you trying to make rules for everybody? Everybody on those types of platforms thinks they get to tell everybody else, like, I don't know, how this really is or how you really should be. And I'm like,
how you're messing up. And it's just like, and then it's always like a 22-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't know anything about the world.
Literally anything.
I'm like, yeah, I was 22. And I also was like, the way to make it easy, you just network, you build with people. And then you hit 34 and you're like, oh no, like that. It's just the world. Like, you just will meet people and it
Yeah.
works or it doesn't. Like,
Literally.
there's no rules.
And it's also just like, I don't know, the internet always strips everything of its nuance. It's all very just like rage fuel. It's just like, how do I get
Ugh.
everyone to be the most mad and make an opinion that is just like so absolute when it's like, girly, it's not, it's either not that serious or it's like more complicated
Yeah.
than that. Shut up.
Yeah. And Threads right now is very much people who are still in that like 2018, oh, I'm going to look cool on the internet if I'm like correcting people.
Right.
So everyone's just very pedantic and annoyed. It just,
And ready to
I'm
get
so,
mad.
and ready to get mad.
Like,
A friend of mine was like, why are people romanticizing 2016? 1999 was like the best year. That's what we should talk about.
what?
And yeah, I
Well,
just wanted,
I was a child.
I
No.
was a child and I wanted to make this friend feel old.
Yeah.
So I go, oh, babe, I was 8. I don't remember that stuff. Nottingham, what are you even talking about? And I just wanted to make him feel old because I'm a
Yeah.
precious baby child.
Yeah.
And then all these people are replying like, well, plenty of us do remember 1999.
Okay, why are you mad at me?
And I'm like, well,
good for
of course you do.
you.
And then I just started replying going, no, I don't think that's possible actually. And they're like,
Yeah.
what do you mean it's not possible? There were other people alive in 1999 who remember it. And I'm just like, no, I don't think that can happen.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
And they just think you're so serious because they want to be mad.
Yeah, they want to be mad. I rarely go on Threads because I just like, ever since Elon took over Twitter, I just kind of gave up on that kind of vibe.
Which is the right thing
and
to
I
do.
do miss pre-Elon and pre-pandemic Twitter because it was a fun place sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was like looking back at a bunch of my tweets and I was like, some of these are really fucking funny. I miss when I would just pop off like this.
Yeah.
But I saw one that I did see a thread that you had posted about just like that Vulture article where it's like everybody's leaving LA, and then you're like, it seems like maybe this is just like transplants who came for some
here
reason,
for
and a
an
lot of other people
industry.
who are from here are doing okay. And like then all the people in the comments just being like, you're right, actually you're wrong, actually. And I'm like, everybody, hey, how about you get to have your experience, I get to have mine, and shut the fuck up.
And I love the people who are just like, oh, you're having an okay time in LA and your friends are? Well, I'm struggling in LA, so good for you.
Right. And it's like, sorry.
And then I just started replying like, that is good for me. Thank you. You're right.
Yeah.
I was like, that's going to be my 2016 energy. It's just like, thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, why not?
That is lucky for me.
That's the thing too, is like things are so bad. Like the state of the world is so fucking bad. But on a personal level, I'm like pretty okay.
Yeah.
Like, thank God, because if
Thank
I was
God.
like not, and the world is so bad, that's a fucking nightmare. But I'm just like, everybody is just at different times either going through it or not.
Yeah.
So let's all just
I went through
down.
it for so long. I'm taking the wins right now.
Exactly. I'm like, I had a real rough few years.
You.
And I'm ready to like be able to be okay as I can be. If I'm okay, I'm gonna be celebrating.
Saturn's coming out of Pisces. My chart's supposed to light up this year.
Hey, that's nice.
Like please, both of ours. We're both Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Like, the good time should be coming.
We're like one day.
Us.
Your birthday's like the day before mine.
Yeah. So I need to just embrace positive. So I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
I will say, oddly, somehow Instagram has become the most like positive platform for me. My algorithm has really figured me out, and all of my things now are like, are you a queen with ADHD who struggles to get things done, but you doubt yourself, but you know you have it in you?
Yes.
I'm the page for you. And I'm like, girl, you are.
Yes. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to get that inspo.
Yep. And she'll be like, when I post on my stories that I'm cleaning my room, why don't you do it too? And I'm like,
I will.
This is what I need.
Yeah. Motivation. Hello.
So so I feel like I am turning into like kind of a basic Instagram girl, but
yeah. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. And that's the other thing too, that's the like the assuming how you're being perceived of part of being on the internet is like, because I feel like too, mostly my Instagram is like up there. It will be like the devastating news of like the things that are happening in the country and the world for sure. That'll come up in the people stories that I follow, and I'll be making sure I'm informed. But for the most part, otherwise, it's like I'm just watching a lot of dance videos, and I'm posting my little podcast clips,
posting
and I'm
clips,
having a little fun time,
little jokes,
and it seems fun. But then I get to the part of like, am I not saying enough about the current
atrocities?
Yeah,
should I be promoting things more?
Right,
I'm not doing my job or less. What?
Yeah.
And
then it's just.
So that's that's what's been triggering me this week.
I feel you.
All of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, God bless. Shout out Instagram, shout out Threads,
The
shout out Twitter.
internet,
Thanks for all you do.
you're bad now.
You're bad.
It had a good
It
run.
really had a good run, and I remember Twitter coming on the scene when I was in college and being like, "What's this? Why would you just post?" Because
I,
at the time it was like it's like a Facebook status, but you don't get all the other fun stuff on Facebook, like seeing your
yeah.
friends' photos
And
or
it
like
was very about like you follow strangers.
yeah.
And I didn't get it. I think it came out when I was a junior in college, or it came out when I was like way before that, but I
But
didn't
I didn't see
see
it.
it until
Yeah.
2011.
Same.
And I mostly got it because I had an internship where they were like, there's a Twitter page, and if you follow it, it will tell you where there's free food in the office. And that was the only reason I had it. I only followed that, and I'd be like, there's free sandwiches like downstairs. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that seems useful. I get that use for it. And then
Yeah.
I did not touch it again for 5 years. And I feel like I missed out on the golden age of it. Like, I didn't really start actively using Twitter until like 2017, 18, which
Yeah.
is late.
Right.
Like,
Same. I got on there, I think, for real in 2016. I had made one in college, but yeah, the only thing I would see was people I was going to college with being like, "I'm at the cafeteria. I'm buying lunch," and I'm like, "Who cares? Like, why are you
yeah.
telling me that?"
Mine was just, yeah, there's sandwiches. Oh, there was a restaurant in Chicago called the Donut Vault, and every day they only made a certain number of donuts, and you had to follow their Twitter to know what
Oh,
was left.
okay.
So very food based.
That reminds me, there's this thing called Mondo Tees, and they do these like movie poster recreations where they like commission artists to do their version of like a movie poster, and they were very popular. And the only way you could like get the latest release they would sell out immediately was they'd be like, "We're posting the link on our Twitter at
Yeah.
12 p.m. like Central Time." I'd be like, "All right,
Yeah.
that'll get me on there."
Yeah.
But
Now it's
you
just
used to be able to get writing jobs from Twitter.
yeah. I got so many writing jobs. Like editors would hit you up. You get whole TV shows. You could
I
just be like, "Oh, here's some stuff my baby said," and CBS would be like, "Here's $2 million." And
I wish that
now,
ever happened to me, but I literally just got hit up by like a weird dating app that was like, "We're looking for comedy writers to help people." It was like a what was like Cyrano de Bergerac or whatever. It was like you're writing messages for people to send on dating apps. It was like that was the job, and then they never paid me.
wow, yeah,
So I was like just trying to come up with like funny opening messages for someone to
yeah.
send somebody on a dating app, and it was like, okay.
I love being a writer
I
in
know,
this
it's
economy.
so insane.
Yeah.
Um, okay, well, another question for you. Can you think of a time that you were like in a social setting, group setting, party, whatever, and you were like gonna tell us you had a story you wanted to tell that you were excited to tell that you thought would make everybody laugh, but it actually just kind of killed the vibe and everyone was like, "Wait, that's actually sad. Are you okay?"
Absolutely. And in fact, this is like it's like one of those stories that I would tell being like, this is very funny story that I tell where my friends would be like, "Oh, the rope story," to where they had a name for it. And I, before I did stand up, I would do storytelling like at the Moth and stuff around
Oh,
Chicago.
nice.
And so I started this as a story I would tell in storytelling. And then when I did stand up, I was like, this is funny still to me.
Yeah.
Not realizing that in the storytelling world, people were really reacting to, I guess, how horrifying it was.
Uh-huh.
And then when I tried it as a stand up and people did not laugh, and instead they'd be like, "Are you okay? Like, did you contact authorities?"
Oh my
And,
God. Not contact
and
authorities.
I was like, "Oh, I mean, I was fine." But like when I was 25, 26, I matched with a guy on a dating app. And this was like early Tinder. Like you could still see if they had connections on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I saw we had mutuals. He knew a bunch of people I went to college with. So I was like, okay, seems
Yeah.
cool. We got a drink at a bar close to my house. And I'm a modern woman. So
Yeah.
after I was like, I live like 2 blocks from here. You want to go back to my place?
Yeah.
And we go back and we like start watching TV, whatever, start like kind of making out. And then he stops and he's like, can I tell you something? Like, can I tell you my kink? And I was like, okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, what do I just have like one of those faces? I just
You
like,
just feel safe.
okay. And I'm like, sure. And like he stops and he's like, if I invited all my friends here, would you fuck all of them?
Oh my God.
And
Just throw that on a stranger.
to just throw that. And so you see how you're I start laughing. I am like, are you fucking kidding me? I am like, how is that your kink you're bringing up on a first date? I just fucking met you. I am making jokes. I'm like, how does that even work? Is there like a ticket counter? Is everybody pulling a ticket? Well, you guys all stand around and like put me on a lazy Susan, spin me around.
Oh my God.
And as I'm being hilarious, he slaps me in the face.
No.
He slapped me in the face
No.
and straight up just slapped me. And I, of
No.
course, freak out. I'm like, get the fuck out of my apartment. You need to fucking go. I did at the time have 2 guy roommates, and they were 2 very skinny, like vegan boys who could not fight. But he didn't know that part. I was just like, my fucking roommate Chris is here and he'll beat your fucking ass. He's like the tiniest little like bisexual DIY boy.
Oh
and
my God.
I was like, get the fuck out. And he like, I literally push him out of my place. I don't realize he had left like a bag, and I am just like, whatever, get him out. And I'm like, oh, he left a bag here. And it's like one of those like cheap drawstring bags that you get like at a bank or something. And I'm like, whatever. I hope his wallet's in here. I'm going to steal his money. I'm going to put all of his cards in my DoorDash account. Like, fuck this dude. And I open this bag, and the only thing inside was a 12-foot rope and a Coca-Cola.
Oh my God.
Those were the only things in the bag.
He was about to do some shit and then have a refreshing beverage.
Like, literally just a rope and a Coca-Cola in this bag. I kept it because no one ever believed me. And people would be like, crazy. I do not believe you. So in Chicago, we have these like built-in like cabinet things in the wall. So in mine, like where people would put china, I had the Coca-Cola bottle and the rope because I needed people to be like, I did not make this up. Like, here it is.
My little museum to the man who murdered me.
Would have murdered me. Yeah. And I, of course, like posted about this on Facebook because I was like, this is fucking crazy. If you match with this guy, FYI. Yeah. And later he moved to New York, and a girl I knew there was like, I went on a date with him and he did the same thing to me.
Oh my
and also
God.
had a bag with a rope.
What the fuck? No.
So
that's so scary.
And it was like, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And I would tell this story and be like,
and people are like, you were almost killed.
Yeah. And they were like, that is and they would be like, did you contact authorities? Have you shared his name with people? And I'm like, I did.
I warned the girlies.
And the Chicago PD would have been like, thank you for this.
They would have been like, once one of you turns up dead, then we
maybe we'll take a look into it. Yeah, possibly.
Who knows? It's a long day. We got a lot of paperwork to do. We got a lot of people to terrorize, actually. So sorry, I can't get to it.
I would do that in stand up. And then a friend was even like, oh, come on a podcast where I have people tell like funny stories. And they were like, could you send some stories beforehand? And they were like, that's too dark. And I did story time with Seth Rogen, and he was like, send some stories that could be, and I sent that one, and he was like, absolutely not.
Lucky for me, this is the perfect podcast for you to tell the story on.
My
it's
trauma.
like the exact vibe.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're gonna laugh at things that are questionable.
Yeah. I did not date for a long time after that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Did not use a dating app for quite a bit.
because what the fuck?
Yeah.
Scary. I really can't. I can't. Men are so not okay.
Yeah, no, they're scary.
They're so scary, and
like I know I'm gonna be murdered by a man.
Like I think about that too. I'm like I've had a man slap me during sex without like asking.
Yeah, without asking.
It was so fucking. Luckily, he wasn't a murderer, but it was like so fucking jarring. I was like, when? What?
Yeah.
When did we decide that was just okay
that
to
this
do?
can happen? Like,
I don't know you like that. This is our first time ever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, glad you're alive. Glad you made it.
Made it alive.
And had the story to tell.
Had a good story to tell.
And happy he didn't get to drink that Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I kept the Coca-Cola. Okay.
He didn't deserve shit. Fuck him. Okay. Another question is, is there anything that you like grew up thinking was normal, maybe in your family or in your like community, and then you grew up and found out that it was actually kind of fucking weird?
Yeah. I mean, my home life was very weird, I guess. My mom had a daycare in our house. So the entire first floor of my house was a daycare center. My mom did first, second, and third shift. So there were always children.
Okay.
Like they were there all the time, slept there, like and she started it when I was like 7 months old. So I never knew a time when my house wasn't full of children.
Yeah.
So my whole life, I just thought it was normal to constantly hear crying and noise. Like it was just my stasis was a screaming child. Like that's what I just thought was normal, was like everybody is used to babies and screaming and crying.
Yeah.
And then I went to college and I couldn't sleep for the first 4 months.
You got your version of a noise machine to fall asleep is just like wailing children.
Wailing children. And I couldn't sleep. I would just, it would be so quiet at night and I would be like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be this quiet. I would be like, a child is dying of SIDS right now because it's too quiet.
It's not making any noise. What the fuck?
And I realized like, oh, that's not good. Like I just constantly had a stress response.
Yeah.
Because it would also like, when I was 13, I had to start like helping my mom in the daycare. Like when you're 13, if you're living in a daycare home, you have to start getting background checks because you qualify as an adult, basically.
Oh shit, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
I had to start having background checks. I was allowed to start working in the daycare. So like parents would come to drop their kids off at like 3 a.m. and my mom, she would work and she had a person who would come help at night for third shift, but then she would have to wake up and like let the parents in that early, but sometimes she would oversleep. So I like just constantly always as a child had this trauma response of like, someone is at the door. Someone's at the door. I need to like wake, like someone's pounding on the door. My mom isn't awake, and I would have to like go and like open the door and be like, oh, so sorry, my mom's like coming. She overslept, and like these angry parents who are like, I'm gonna be late for work, and I'm just like, no, it's cool. You know, I can handle taking care of your 6-year-old right now. Come on in.
Shit.
And like truly making breakfast for these kids and like being like, Mom, Carrie's here. Wake up.
Oh my God, that's so much
and
for
like.
a young person to
yeah,
be
and I
with.
just always kind of thought this was normal. My mom would be like, hey, I gotta go like run and pay the water bill because they're gonna turn it off, so I have to go in person. Can you just watch the 10 kids who are here right now? And I would be like, yeah, that's totally normal for me, a 13-year-old, to watch 10 children, and I got this.
Stress.
See ya. And yeah, and now I think in adulthood that is why I hate responsibility and like run at the idea of like being left with any serious responsibility alone.
Makes complete sense.
Like true, like I look back and I'm like, oh no, that was insane. Like I was a 13-year-old who'd be like, I gotta change these 3 diapers, these 4 need bottles. Like,
oh my God, that's what I would have perished. I was, even as a like kid, I was not very good with kids. I had to babysit a couple times, and then my version was just because I was getting yelled at home, I'd just be yelling at kids like, hey, you listen to me because I'm the authority.
I'm the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
I'm incredible with children.
Yeah.
And I know that like I am such a good babysitter. I am I am CPR certified.
Nice.
I've been changing diapers for longer than most people who have kids.
Oh, wild.
I'm so good with children, but I also like,
you can't.
It triggers me and puts me right back in that state of like,
course.
I'm 15 and everything's gonna go off the rails.
Yeah,
like,
it makes sense to be so like, I'm good. You do enough caretaking as a kid, you're like, I'll never be doing that
I
again.
don't want that. Like,
I don't want it at all. I want to live my life and I want to be free.
Yep, and just, oh no, someone could knock at the door. What if it's like DCFS coming to do a daycare check? Never open the door. Never open the door.
That is so much fucking pressure on a kid to like have to think in that. That was, I mean, I didn't do anything like that, but as a kid, my mom and I would do like cater waitering jobs together when I was like not technically old enough to be working, but I didn't know about child labor laws. So
I didn't know.
I was just like serving hors d'oeuvres at like some rich person's house, and then they're like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 12. And then my mom's like, don't fucking say how old you are.
I
was
like,
oh shit. Like,
I would straight up do my mom's paperwork. So like if she would take kids who were covered through state pay, so like the state subsidizes their child support, and if you do that, you have to tell the state like, this is what I'm feeding the kids for breakfast and lunch and dinner, and you have to like file your menus. And my mom would be like, hey, so you're good with the computer, why don't you I haven't done it for the past 3 months, could you just go in and log my menus for the past 3 months? She got her degree in early childhood education, or should I say I did. I did all of her homework. She went to Rock. I literally would do her homework, file it. She'd be like,
God.
could you just, I just am so behind on these. Could you just, we just have to like go in and log in and put in a paragraph. And I would like read
business.
this stuff. Yeah. And I was like, I got this degree. I am doing like.
You should be recognized for your contributions.
She ran things, you know,
for
but
sure.
I was like.
But you're like, but me too.
Like, I think I could reasonably be like, I ran a daycare in Illinois for 8 years.
Yeah. So did she stop doing it, or did you just, she kept doing it once you left?
When I went to college, she did it for a few more years, and then she moved to Texas to take care of my grandma, and she did it there for a little bit. And then she just kind of got too old to keep picking babies up and like changing diapers. So she switched to elderly care.
Oh, okay.
So now she takes care of old people.
Is she still in Texas, or she's in Chicago
She's still in Texas.
Okay.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to Ashley's mom.
Yeah, she's
doing
great. Nurse, taking care of people, but she did put me through a lot.
Yeah. I mean, God bless our boomer parents and
Yeah,
or, you know,
yeah.
whatever, Gen X and boomer both.
She's a boomer. She's old.
Yeah, my mom, okay, cool,
Which
same.
is why she was like, what, you can't have a job at 12?
Right, no, same. That's what my mom was like. My mom's like, I've been working since I was 12. You
12?
can
Yeah.
also start
She also
working.
had me be a secretary at our church.
Yeah.
Like, they hired her to be the secretary, but she didn't actually know how to use computers. So I was the secretary. And
She's like, you're going to cover up all the things I don't know how to do.
yeah, and she'd be like, we have to have the church programs done by like 8 a.m. on Sunday. And we'd be at the church at like 5 in the morning. And she'd be like, come on, girl, you got to get these done. And I'm like, this is on you. You should have taken me. Like, we could have been here during the week. Like,
Yeah.
this is...
What's your relationship with your mom like now? Are you guys like, it's good?
It's
or is
good.
it,
I mean, we're
like,
very close.
Yeah.
It was always kind of the two of us, even though I have siblings.
Yeah.
But I was the youngest. So I think it was just, we were always the closest.
Yeah.
So, and we always, I don't know, we didn't really fight. And I think sometimes would resent each other a bit, but it was always just like, whatever, you're my mom.
Yeah.
Like,
That's nice. I feel like me and my mom had that when I was like up until maybe like 15. And then it was like a very big rejection. Like we were so enmeshed. And now I'm like, ooh.
yeah.
But the boomer parent thing, like, I've been working since it's just, they don't even think about it. It's like, cause I was having all these realizations about like, I was doing a lot of weird like child labor stuff and
Yeah,
didn't know the implications there. But then I interviewed my mom on the phone because of like another project I'm on and off working on, and was asking her about her childhood. And she's like, yeah, once my dad died, then we had to like live above a gentleman's club, and I swept the gentleman's club for money as like a child. And I'm like, okay, this is all
Okay.
like, and then apparently her and all her siblings had to give a portion of whatever money they made to their mom, my grandmom. And so I was like, things are starting to make a lot more sense.
That's what it started clicking. And my mom was very like, you get to keep the money you make.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I see, you had to work and grandma
Yes.
did this. And, you know, yeah, I think I kind of pushed her away as I got older, because I was just like, this is too much. Like, if I continue to be this enmeshed with you, like, I will constantly be doing your homework and doing what
Yes.
you need. And like, when I go back home, that's what happens, is that
Yeah.
I immediately am back in that place of like, what does mom need me to take care of? What do I need to
Yep.
do? And so I think now as an adult, I'm like, I have lived in a different state the
Yes.
whole time. It's
Yep.
like, I can't,
That's
I have to
why.
have maintained that bad like distance, and that's why.
Same. I'm like, me and my mom were so enmeshed. I'm like, it's cool. I can see you when I come back in the
Yeah.
summer to visit.
And holidays, but if I am
And
there, it like immediately I'm just like,
it'll take over my life.
yep. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, she has to work and I got to take my brother to work and do this. And like, so who's going to do this? And then I like, am like, wait, how do you guys survive when I'm not here?
Right. And
You
then it's
do
like,
it.
well, you figure it out when I'm not here, so you can figure it out.
You
when
can
I'm
figure
not.
it out.
I don't
But you know that I'll do it because I'm trained.
Yeah, exactly. The training is strong.
So, yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Can you think of anything that like you've gone through in the past that maybe like felt traumatic when it was actually happening, but now you look back and laugh, and like, how did you get to a place of finding it funny? It's also okay if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, the rope thing to me.
Yeah, I was like, as soon as I asked, I went, the rope thing.
So yeah, to me, the rope thing was one where I was like, this is fucking so funny, guys. And my friends were like, you're not okay.
Yeah, like,
and like, I did stop dating, and like, I don't think I realized how much it impacted me.
yeah.
And then I kind of realized like, oh, yeah, no, that was trauma. And I did like shut myself down to the world and put up a lot of walls. And it took a long
Yeah.
time for me to like get back on dating apps.
God.
So
It's truly a miracle that we allow men to touch us at all anymore, at all, period.
period. And
Like,
like
you don't know the half of the shit that
yeah.
literally just last night I went to Stud Country last night with my friend Kara and her friend Bex, and we were in an Uber coming back from Stud Country, and we were just like at the off ramp on the 5, like waiting to turn on at a light that was still red, and these two very spooky men just started like slowly approaching our car, and we were like, could you just, I know it's a red light, but could you just
go.
drive?
Could
It's,
you just
it's
please?
getting spooky here. It was like,
Yeah.
you can't trust them for
You
shit.
cannot. It's so yeah.
They're
Like,
bad.
They're bad.
They're bad.
But like, I guess I went through like a very traumatic breakup in 2019, and like it was so traumatic that like at the time I was immediately like, I need to do intensive outpatient therapy.
Oh my God.
And like I was working at Google at the time, incredible insurance, so they
Yeah.
paid for all of that.
That's nice.
As soon as I was like, I can do an outpatient program and like they'll pay for this, and I got like paid to not like I got short-term disability.
Yeah.
And fully like went into this program where you do therapy from like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh wow.
I
My
don't
friend
know-
Rafia did that.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone out there watches The Valley, but I actually did do the same program Jax does
Oh whoa.
from
I don't
Vanderpump
know.
Rules. We did the same program. So yeah,
Being in LA, that's the thing too, is like if you're going to like, I don't know, I know not that you were there at the same time, but it's just funny to know that you've either done the same thing as like some random famous person or like in recovery spaces. I'm like, well, there's an extremely famous actress that now I'm like,
I was there with a girl who had been on 16 and Pregnant.
oh my God.
She was not a main teen mom,
Oh my
but she had been
God.
on 16 and Pregnant.
16
I
and
can't say more,
Pregnant. Okay.
but there was a semi-celebrity there where
That is-
I did immediately recognize her.
Be like,
and never brought it up.
yeah.
No,
And that's
I was
strong.
like,
You're strong.
I
for
was like,
that.
if she does, but I'm not.
I won't tell
But
her that
I
I know,
didn't
but if
mention
she brings
it.
it up, be like, oh yeah, you did. I do feel like you kind of look familiar.
Yeah, like, oh, but she never, so I just always was like, I'll keep your seat. But at one point, like in the group therapy, she was like, and I was a teen mom, and I was just like, but she wasn't like, and it was so weird because I was on TV, she didn't even, and I was like, girl, you're not even getting into your
Like,
drama.
come on, right?
I wanted to be like, you are hiding things from this group there, but I was like,
because I get wanting to keep it a secret, but there is something like you do need to talk about the
have to
trauma of that being on TV.
because you can't tell me being on MTV at 16 didn't impact you. Like,
of course,
it did.
yeah.
But when that was happening, like at the time to me, I was like, this is so much trauma. And it was like this break. He was like a internet famous person amongst like Reddit horrible people. So when this breakup was happening, like his fans were like attacking me. And
oh my, I feel like I remember this.
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like if you're in the comedy world, you know of this horrible person. And it was like his fans attacking me and saying like all these women were making up these accusations about him and that I just was like trying to steal his career or something. And I was like, first of all, I'm not even the one who started this. It
Yeah.
was the woman he cheated on me with and strangled in the night. Like, she's the one who came forward, and then she came forward, and I was like, oh my God, girl, he strangled me in the night too.
Oh my fucking God.
Because he would be like, oh, I took Klonopin because my doctor gave it to me, and I'm like all messed up because these new prescriptions my doctor gave me, and that's why I did this in the night, and I had no control. And then I realized like he was fully lying. He was stealing his roommate's Klonopin, and he would tell me, oh, I have a psychiatrist, and would have me give him rides to his psychiatrist, would walk into this building. And then afterwards I found out he was walking out the back and just like going to hang out at a cafe and was literally photoshopping like fake receipts from this doctor that he totally had just made up, was not going to therapy, did not have any of these prescriptions, was stealing them from his roommate. Like once our roommate, I started talking to his roommate, she was like, oh, my boyfriend's been missing like these drugs. And that's when it like all clicked to me of like, oh, he's been lying about all of this. All of this was made up. Like he was like lying to his fans and like photoshopping messages from me because I am like, if I'm dating you, I'm very just like, oh, you want my laptop? Here you go.
Yeah.
So I had like a work laptop and a personal
You're
one.
like, nothing to hide, whatever.
Yeah, I was
do
like,
your
here, use my
thing.
personal laptop. And I just gave it to him to use.
Yeah.
Not realizing that gave him access to my iMessage. And he could fake messages as me.
Oh my
And he was doing that. Not just to be like he would fake stuff being like, see, look, she's just trying to extort me and send messages like, she just wants my money. See, she said it, like, I'm just doing this. And if you give me money, I'll stop tweeting this stuff. And I would be like, I didn't send that. He would message my family and friends as me saying that I was having money issues and needed help and asking them to like send money. And they would like Apple Pay and shit. Or like he'd be like, oh, could you like Venmo it to my boyfriend? Like my Venmo's messed up and in the negative or something. So they'd Venmo it to him. And it got to a point like my friends and stuff had to be like, please confirm this is you. Like I would have to send a selfie to be like, this is me, Ashley, texting you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It like was that horrible. And like I just was like, fuck, I'm going into intensive outpatient. I can't talk about this or
Holy
deal with
fucking
it.
shit.
And like in the time I just was like, this is one of the most traumatic things, and now I can kind of laugh about it. I don't I don't like now I'm just like
This
to put that much work
uh
into gaslighting people to be
literally
like
the commitment.
Photoshop. And then it's like this guy who like everyone was like, you're coming at him because you just want his comedy career. And I'm like, his career
His career,
sucks. He had already quit stand-up by that
because
point.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut this out, but this is Yusuf, right?
Yes, you
Because
can keep it in.
he and
It's
I
Yusuf Roach.
he and I had he and I actually
Yeah.
had a moment as well, like many, like
Oh, everybody did. I
2016.
mean, once this started coming out, there were literally like 9 women who were like, yeah, so he did this to me. He stayed with me for a festival and like was basically like, if you don't have sex with me, blah, and I had to kick him out of my place. And
oh my, see, I didn't know all of this, but because nothing ever happened between us. It was just like we matched on Tinder, but he had a girlfriend at the time.
oh yeah. And
And
when we met, he had a girlfriend. He didn't tell me that.
it was, well, the thing is, their
Which,
profile
you know,
was it was a couple, but I swiped when I was like drunk or high, because I wasn't at the time like searching for a threesome on a dating app. That's just like not something I was doing. But
I've done that.
listen, there's nothing
Well,
wrong
yeah,
with doing that.
but
It
I
just
wasn't at this time. Yeah.
It just was. It's there's nothing wrong with it. It just wasn't what I was looking for. I just like think that I was like not realizing it was a couple, and I swiped right because I thought he was hot, and then I realized it was like a couple profile, and I was like, oh shit. But then he started texting me being like, oh no, me and my girlfriend are broken up, but we're just still living together. And I was like, oh okay. And we hung out one time. We went on like one date, I don't even think we kissed. Like nothing really happened. It was just like we went to get a drink and then I drove him home. And then it was just text drama from then on, where he kept blocking and unblocking me on Instagram, saying it was his girlfriend, saying she was about to kill herself, saying she was going into the mental hospital. And then I was just kind of like, hey, how about you take care of your shit? And I'm just gonna remove myself from this
that was
situation.
just him trying to pull you in to the web of insanity.
For sure.
When I met him,
fuck him. What a piece of shit.
And you can keep it in.
Yeah,
like when I met him, I was just out in LA doing shows.
Yeah.
Like, was just kind of like, I'm here for 2 weeks. I'm going to do shows, fuck people, whatever. We matched. I saw he was a comic and kind of had known his Twitter, and we like went out, and it was a good first date. And one of those dates where like we got dinner and then like fucked, and then in the morning just like kept hanging out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, we're just keep going to hang out, have fucking have a good time. And, you know, I left and went back to Chicago, and we kept texting. And then I realized I was going to move here like a few months later, and was like, oh, well, I met this nice guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe get back in touch with him, you know, talk to him. And I come back to LA, and there was a women in LA comedy group, and I had been added to it and then quickly removed. And I did not know why. I was like, I know these, why was I removed?
Yeah.
And that's when I found out that week where I was there, he had a girlfriend I did not know, and he ditched her on her birthday to go on the date with me.
Oh my, what a
and
piece
told
of
her
shit.
that he was like depressed and like suicidal, and that's why he couldn't spend her birthday with her. And it was really that he was, and again, I had no idea that he had a girlfriend, had no idea about this girl, but she hated me, has hated me, like kicked me out of everything. And when I was just like, girl, I had no idea.
Yeah, literally.
So if you know who you are, and you know I had no idea about you. Okay.
That's fucking that is, jeez, these fucking men. I've also had an experience of fucking someone in comedy. I will not name this person, but he also had a girlfriend that I just did not know about. And then I found out after we had had sex, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, like,
I guess cool.
Right.
Cool.
And it's like
what the fuck?
Like how I was just on a little vacation. It's not like I was in the LA comedy scene and knew who people were dating.
Cut to, you have to go to outpatient therapy because this motherfucker is that much
You're
of a piece
welcome,
of shit.
honestly. You're welcome.
Wow.
Because
Right,
I stepped right in front of that bullet for a lot of people.
If he wasn't already canceled, now he's triple canceled.
He
Fuck
is.
that guy.
He did get very much canceled. Like a bunch of people in the Austin comedy scene came forward and were like, he's been doing this to so many women. And I think now I can laugh because the truth sort of came out of people being like, oh, this wasn't just like Ashley wanting attention. This was like
something
a bunch of
very
other women
legitimately
who like had been harmed. And then Ashley was like, yes, I am currently dating him, and I am finding out in real time that he not only cheated on me a lot, but has been abusing me on purpose.
Yeah.
When I thought it was because he was on new medication.
Right. Thought he's just a guy struggling, and I just have to give him patience. But no, he's like a devious. In
I
peace,
just thought
Rob
he's
Reiner.
adapting to his meds. Maybe he gets a little violent and like chokes me in the middle of my sleep, or like gets up and will try to pee in my closet.
What
And
the
like,
fuck?
I was like, he's just adapting to Klonopin. Like he's getting used to it. And like, I was like working with my therapist to be like, I don't want to be in this relationship, but clearly he's someone who needs help. Like, how can I
Yeah.
get out of this situation and like get him the help he needs?
Yeah.
Being very thoughtful about it. And then I was like,
Bless you. More than you should
oh,
have done, but like, Jesus.
he's an absolute monster. And I like don't know what ended up happening. The last time I saw him, I literally snuck into his apartment to steal back my laptop.
Oh my God.
And he was passed out on drugs in the bed, and I just was able to like get in, got my
yeah.
stuff, still knew the code, and
that is some dark shit. And
yeah.
just the mind fuck of being lied to that severely. I have like not the same, but a similarly like committed to lying situation where I had a friend who faked cancer for like 3.5 years. To the point where she was like shaving her head and putting on makeup to look paler and having me take her to chemo, but was also just doing the thing where she went in and like somehow I think, and she was on drugs and like getting drugs from people, and then asking if she could borrow $20 for copay for chemo. And I'm like, I don't think that's how that works, but it was just a lot of like compiling things where I was like, wait,
I can't pay the copay for this, and I would be like, oh my gosh, like, oh, you need $50 for the copay.
Yeah, like
oh my, he also raised so much money on Twitter.
Oh my
that was the part, because like as this is all happening, women are coming out being like, he is doing this. He starts telling his fans like, I just have an addiction problem, like I need help and I need rehab. And he raised like $16,000.
Oh my God.
And he used that to go, his parents are from the Caribbean, so he literally was just like, thank you everyone for the money, I am in a lot of trouble, deuces. And he just went back to the Caribbean with a bunch of money.
I pray for the women there and hope that he has not fucked with them.
I've heard he's a fitness influencer and men's rights activist.
Oh, good.
Who focuses on the fact, he says he was falsely accused and tries to help other men who were falsely accused.
That's dark.
Yeah.
That's some dark.
And so now I can laugh about it. And that is one of those things where I am still like, I know there's a bit, and like there is a set that will come from
for many years been trying to figure out how to make the friend faking cancer thing into something funny. I did it once at a storytelling show, and then like it went well enough there, but I still like I it's just one of those things where when you're in LA and all you're doing is getting 8 to 10 minute sets, it's like it's hard to build because it's definitely not a thing that's going to be like a quick one-liner. It's like
I'm
it's
not
going to
knock
knock
it out at an open mic and find the beats to it. It's like one where I'm like, I know
I need time with it
because it was so ridiculous,
insane. I mean, I look forward to the day that you figure out putting that in a set because I know it'll be amazing. But double, triple million times fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
No, you guys, we did have to take a big pause to debrief about a lot of tea, a lot of comedy world tea that won't be making it live. Not
on the episode, but that healed a lot lot of my trauma.
Yeah,
so
I know. I'm like, we did trauma bond in a different way that was like had to be off the record, but it was yeah, I'm feeling like yep. Yeah. Thank God for that. Woo! Okay. So can you think of a time where, I mean, well, this is also, I feel like all of these questions just kind of encompass the rope story, but I'm like, when you looking back on like behavior that you had during a certain time of your life where at the time you thought you were behaving super normally, but then when you look back, you're like, oof, I was really going through it and I did not even realize it.
Oh yeah. The rope, but I'll use a more recent time just because it really snuck up on me and I needed my partner to be like, Ashley, look in a mirror. This isn't you. And it was, oh God, I guess it was winter 2024. I was dealing with just like a lot of job issues and the industry not being like back, and my podcast had just ended at Sirius and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I just was very like checked out, depressed, and I got obsessed with cell phone games. Like dumb ones, not like Angry Bird or like good, like just dumb matching games.
The ones that they target at on Instagram?
Yeah.
I got into some of that as well.
Where it's straight up just like match the house with the house and like you try, like people want to buy like Toontown and stuff, like where people want to buy things and you have to be like, oh, match to make it bigger until you get the thing that they want. And it just is a way to get you to spend money.
Yes.
Because I started spending money on it to be like,
God.
oh, I can just like buy this thing and then get that and then I'll make it to the next. And they like get it to be like, oh, but this, like, you have to keep growing it to see what it's going to turn into. And I'd be like, yeah, I want to see what the golden guitar is going to turn into. And I was spending hours a day and spending money. Like, I don't to this day want to know how much money. It had to be over $100.
Oh
and
my God.
It was bad. And
no.
There was like a day where I like got up and I would turn the TV on and just kind of lay on my couch, start playing it. And my boyfriend would come over after work and he like gets off around 3:30 and he was knocking on my door and I was like, what? I was like, it's been a whole day. And he's like, what'd you do today? And I was like, I haven't even eaten or used the bathroom. Like, I've just
been matching.
And I was like, but see, I got it all the way to level 50 something. Like, I got to a ridiculous, like, it was insane. Like, I was literally on Reddit, like, finding other people who played this game.
Oh my God.
Who were like, is it even possible to get to level 75? Because I don't think it is. And I was like, it is possible. I'm there.
I'm here to tell you it's possible.
And, like, they're also the games that they have the same kind of games in Temu.
Oh my God.
And Temu will be like, if you just water the plant a little more, you get a whole free thing. You get all this stuff in your cart free. And I just was in. I was like, I'm doing, and like, again, and they're like, can you even do this? Like, can you even win? And I was like, I did.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, it took me straight up a month and a half, but I did eventually get there and I won one of the free things.
And that's dedication.
And I was like, oh, I'm crazy. Like, I'm fully in psychosis. My boyfriend had to be like, Ashley, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like, this is not okay. You're going through something. I think you're depressed. I think you need to get back on your meds.
Yeah.
Like, I think I had gotten off Lexapro and stuff and was just like raw dogging my depression and ADHD.
Yeah.
And that was when I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to make an appointment with a new therapist and stuff and get back on the Wellbutrin and take control of my life.
For like being able to say that, because I feel like some people might shy away from being like, girly.
Yeah. And
maybe let's slow it down, and I'm concerned.
And I think a lot of my friends are like, sometimes Ashley gets hyperfixations. Like, they know that, like, I'll get so into something and they're just like, that's just what she's into right now.
Yeah.
But this was very much like, oh, you're avoiding life. Like, you are just tapping into this game and being like, this is all that, and like, I can focus on and that matters. And that I was like, this is bad.
I did not to that extent, but like in August 2025, I broke my toe. And so I was like incapacitated for like a full month. I was supposed to be like staying off it. So I had to have like, it was very lovely in that I got to lean on my community and learn how to ask for help. And like people came and helped me with my dog and like get groceries and stuff. But I was alone so much, unable to do any of the things that typically would bring me joy, like going for walks or going to dance class or, you know, just like being social, like in that way, period. And so I got really into some of those targeted Instagram ad phone games, the ones where you're like matching the jewels to fall, the King's match or whatever.
The King's match. Yeah. Oh, I did that one too.
And then there was another one too where you're like trying to get all the squares to like into a certain pile so they'll go away and make it before they all get to the top.
Yeah, it's knockoff Tetris. I did that one.
Yes, knockoff Tetris. And then it would be a thing though because they all have ads, then you're getting ads in between the game for another game. And they're like, demo
and then you start playing it and it's fun. And then I started doing like the farm one that way because I was like, I was like, it is fun to like get all the corn and sell the eggs. And then I got so into those, like the ones where it's like start a pizza place and can you get everybody their pizzas and then build another pizza place. And I made it so far in that game. And at a certain point I realized, oh, it's not even getting more challenging. They are just replaying the same Like, it's just the
Yes.
same software, and they just change it from like a Papa John's to a Domino's.
Yes, no, truly. It's so, and I'm like, but I'll do all of them.
But I will still
Because
do it. Yep.
there
I
was
was
also
still just
one where it
like-
was like you have to get all the cars to like.
Oh my
leave
God, the car
thing.
one. I
Yeah.
did the.
It has to match the colors, and then they all go. But then
We weren't okay. I did
it's
the
just
car
not
one,
okay.
and I would get so frustrated because like
I
then
got so mad.
yeah, where like there's the conveyor belt with the cars, and
Yes.
you can take them off of the conveyor belt, but then there's cars that like come out of the underground thing, but you can't control what color comes up. And
That was one where I was on Reddit. Like,
yeah,
has
I was
anybody...
like, is it even possible to like get these cars all like this, and like getting the correct colors and stuff?
Yes.
And I would get so agitated,
So annoyed.
and that's when I was like, I have a problem.
Yeah. And there was also the one where it's like a war game where it's just like get all the army guys
Yes.
around the stuff or shoot all the
Shoot the-
zombie
shoot the
things. It's
zombies.
like,
And then there's a
ah.
similar one where it's like you're like a caveman who has to kill a polar bear. And like you kill the polar bear and you get its meat, and then you sell the polar
Oh
bear
my
meat to
God.
other people who help you fight the
That's so. There's one where too where it's like a mother and child are in the cold
Oh,
and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
dirty, and you have to like patch up a house for them
Yeah.
to be able to.
and
it's
that
so
they trick you
weird.
because that's just a matching game.
Yes,
they
it
make it
is.
seem like it's like
It's
a
a
really,
matching
but it's
game.
just a matching game. And then they're like, "Congrats, you matched all these things. Now you can like buy
Put
a
up a
like
curtain
put
or-
a curtain up."
Yeah,
And
or
I
get them
did-
a bed. Or
The one that really got me was called Fashion Makeover.
oh my God,
I was so obsessed with Fashion Makeover. Like it was like I probably spent $400 on Fashion Makeover, and it's like you do the matching, and with each level when you win, you get to like make over a person who's like gross and ugly, and they're like,
Yes.
Sarah's a painter who has a show tonight, and it's like, can you help her? And like then you get to like pick like, oh, she'd be cute in this, and it's like that's the incentive to finish the level.
yeah.
And I just kept being like, eventually I'm gonna give all the makeovers.
Yeah.
But no, there's
No.
always another one.
No, there's always another one. I actually did when I went to therapy, like in the midst of that phase, I was like, Courtney, I don't know. All I can seem to get myself to do is play these phone
These
games, and I
games.
feel like I'm losing my mind. And she's like, well, maybe you just kind of need to dissociate in that way right now. And I was
No.
like, no, get me out of this.
My therapist said, I was like, no.
I was like, no, help me. I'm addicted.
I was like, this is bad. This is not good.
it's
not
bad for
good
my brain.
me.
It's bad for my eyes.
Yeah,
like, I don't
it's
know.
bad for my fingers. Like,
Yeah.
this is not healthy. I know. And she was like, but if your body needs rest. I was like, no.
No, that's not what this is.
I
This is
don't
just like a
eat
phone addiction
food,
thing.
like-
Right. I'm like, I'm on the couch. My foot's up on a bunch of pillows because I
Yeah,
can't like
there
walk
was
around.
literally like a point where like I was like struggling with money, but was like,
but spending money on the games.
I was straight up like, well, I can use this $50 and then get a package of crystals and and then I would always also be like, I'm just gonna pay for that free version. Because like once you get into the game, you can't play with ads. Like it's like, no, this is so slow.
Yeah. No, the ads would piss me the
Yeah.
fuck off.
So and
they're constant, and then you can't get out of them unless
Yeah.
you like open the other whatever.
Yeah.
It's a dark world.
it's
there
a dark
in the
world.
phone
If
game
you are
land.
out there and you're like, I'm
Struggling with phone
currently deep in
games.
Fashion Makeover, get help.
Get help.
Get it like
Get help.
You
You need to do some reflecting. There's something you're avoiding. Take
Yeah.
a walk. Get some
I
touch
was in
grass.
a deep depression. Turns out I needed the Wellbutrin and
Yeah.
the Zoloft. Turns out I also had ADHD.
Yeah.
They got me on Adderall.
How's that? I'm like, I am a late in life ADHD
Same.
person as well, but I haven't. Every time I try to go down the road for medication, I just get so overwhelmed with the insurance of it all, and
Yeah.
trying to find a doctor that has. All the doctors that take my insurance have horrible reviews, so I'm just kind of like,
Oh, my doctor's
Freeballing
horrible.
over here.
It
It's-
took me 2 years to get a diagnosis and everything because
Yeah.
the first time I went through everything with Kaiser. I like got the screening appointment set up, had everything. They were like, you're going to go in. And then that day the doctor was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I got jury duty, so I cannot do it. And actually, you're going to have to start the whole process from the beginning with a new doctor. And I went,
No.
this is the test to see if I have ADHD because I'm not going to do that. And you know
Exactly.
it, and I have it.
You know
Like-
that I'm not gonna fucking do that.
And I
if
never
you make it
followed-
harder,
Yeah.
what?
So I never followed through, had like got different insurance, had to start over like with that. And then my current insurance, they don't even have like in-person psychiatry. They just tell you to use the Grow app, which is basically BetterHelp. And I talked to a woman who says she's in California, but she uses a fake background and has a very heavy African accent.
Oh,
And then she's just kind of like, so you can't pay attention. And I'm like, I struggle with it. And she gave me like a questionnaire of 10 questions and was like, you got it. I sent
Yeah.
in the prescription.
No. Oh, okay. Well, easy as that.
And
And here
yeah,
we are.
yeah.
Okay.
So
That's good to know. I was actually on BetterHelp during the pandemic in a dark time. And you know what? The first therapist I had on BetterHelp, one of the better therapists I've ever had.
I
She
had a
was
good one on
great.
there.
But then the whole system was fucking weird. And then
Yeah.
it turned out they were just like selling people's information for
Yeah.
money.
Like I had a
selling your
good
data.
therapist on there, and then she was like, I don't get paid enough to do this, so I'm actually gonna stop doing BetterHelp and like go to another app.
Same for my therapist. She left. She didn't go to another app, but she left to like just like work somewhere legit, and that wasn't BetterHelp.
Yeah. And so then I was like, well, I don't want to start over with someone else.
Exactly. She
And
referred me to her friend, and I went, I'm not doing this.
yeah.
And then I just eventually went to couples therapy with Tolliver when we were still together. And then when we broke up, I kept that person because I
That's
was
a
like,
good way
I
to do
am
it.
not doing this again. And also, you've seen me, quite literally seen me in relationships. So you have a lot of insight that like no
That's
other
good.
therapist would have. So
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to therapy. Shout out to medication if you need it.
Get it. It's great stuff.
Get it. It's great.
God,
And
I love
maybe
Wellbutrin. I love that
I've heard
girl.
good things about Wellbutrin.
It's the best.
I've got to prescribe Zoloft a while back, but I was too afraid. I witnessed my cousin have a situation where she suddenly lost her insurance and then had to cold turkey lose meds,
Yeah.
and it was like so
It's
rough.
awful. Zoloft is horrible.
Yeah.
And the first psychiatrist I had who put me on it, like he was also one through an app and was
Yeah.
not good and was basically like, oh yeah, you're doing good at 25, why don't we just double it to 50? And
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
okay. And
That's
then
crazy.
literally he goes, oh, you're still having issues, let's put you on 100 milligrams.
Oh my
Now I
God.
know that is an insane dose of Zoloft to give someone.
That's
that
fucking
like
crazy.
they don't give people that dosage.
Also, just continuous, just immediately being like, oh, okay, let's double it.
He was doubling
multiple
every 2 weeks. He'd
times.
be like, let's just go up. And so he gave me, because of that, I got serotonin syndrome.
Oh fuck.
Where like your brain is all fucked up. I was shaky.
Oh no.
Like my friend, I would get brunch with my friends and I would literally like could not hold a glass and they would be like, what is wrong with you?
Holy shit.
And like they do a test for it where it's like someone could just do that and my leg would jump. Like
oh my
it was so
God.
horrible. So I had to like cold turkey quit Zoloft, which was also horrible.
Yeah.
Like it fucks with your memory, everything. I was still doing shows then and I was doing Allison's show and I was on stage and in the middle of it just forgot what I was saying, talking about my biggest fear in the world.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Sorry guys, it's gone.
and I just truly just started another joke and was like, I don't even know if I finished it. And then I truly at one point was just like, guys, I am coming off of Zoloft and I'm insane right now. And
Yeah.
I
So
think I was
sorry.
shaking the microphone and I just think people thought I was probably super nervous.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm never going to do it again. I don't want to be on Zoloft. And then my new psychiatrist was like, I do think it helped you and it was better than Lexapro,
Yeah.
but maybe let's just not put you on 100 milligrams.
What a fucking psychotic.
So
This is where it goes, and let's do our due diligence to make sure we've got good therapists,
Yeah.
good psychiatrists, good,
good,
you know, it can get real scary real fast out there.
because you don't want serotonin syndrome.
No.
It really,
and
really
I just like
sucks.
have avoided meds because I've been too afraid to like, I've been laid off so many times and like have been in a situation where I no longer have health insurance that I'm like
Yeah.
just too afraid to be dependent on something and then have it ripped away from me. So I'm like,
Yes.
no, I'll just keep going the way I've been going forever. I can.
Yeah, that's why I'm terrified being on Adderall right
Yeah.
now.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm just like half the time they don't even have it in store, and I'm just like, oh,
That-
cool.
all of that shit too. I
Ooh.
can't with all the shortages. Anyway, God bless
Yes.
America. We love it here. It's
We love it.
great. Everything's functioning
Healthcare's great.
perfectly. Healthcare system is fantastic. Okay, speaking of all of this mental health stuff, do you have anything you would consider to be like a weird, funny coping mechanism that you go to when you're like trying to deal with some stuff other than like the phone games? The phone
I
game
let go of the
psychosis?
phone games.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoke weed. I smoke
Yeah.
a lot of weed, and I guess
Same.
that's not like weird.
It's
The
not
amount
weird,
I
that's just-
smoke might be weird.
It's something.
Yeah, you know.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, like the rolling joints is part of the ritual for me.
Yes.
Like it calms me down. I fully know that I'm not just addicted like to the weed, but to the act of like rolling and smoking.
Yes.
And I will notice like, oh, if I don't have joints today, like I'm gonna be edgy.
Yeah. That's the thing that for me too with smoking. I smoke really just at night mostly, or like sometimes with friends socially I'll smoke sometimes too, but like for me it's very much like a nighttime ritual where I can't really sleep without it. So, but just as much as the weed itself is like the ritual of making my little joints,
Yeah. And
having my
like
little moment
picking
at the
and grinding.
window,
Yeah. And
getting
like
a
my
fun,
coffee.
getting
My
a
weed and
fun,
my
cute little light.
coffee.
Oh, weed and coffee is such a good
Oh,
combo.
it's like I can't have a good morning if that's not like what I'm
Literally,
doing.
I feel like it's like akin to what, like a speedball or whatever,
Yeah.
but in like a healthy
A
way,
healthy way.
healthier way.
So that's an Alex speedball right there.
Yeah.
Fruit and a spliff.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
So I
It's
guess
nice.
my weird thing is that I do get some weird hyperfixations
Yeah.
and I will know that I'm using it as a coping mechanism. So these past few months I've always been into like thrifting and finding
Yeah.
deals, but I recently just kind of have had an obsession with thrifting designer clothes and getting insane deals on designer
Oh.
clothing.
Okay.
And my friends are like, where is this coming from? Like, you used to just like go to Goodwill and be like, nice sweater.
Yeah.
And now you're
I
like,
was like Dolce & Gabbana.
yeah, I'm like, oh, I went to this like costume store that was closing and I managed to get a Michael Hoban leather outfit for $25 and I just had to drive all the way out to like the Rose Bowl, but like it was fine. And they're like, why? And I'm just like, oh, because this Michael, I got it for $20 and it's worth $300. And it's like,
don't you understand?
yeah. And I'm just like, and they're like, okay, but are you gonna sell it? And I'm like, maybe. And I know like I will spend hours on like the Real or ThreadUp just like looking for deals.
Yeah.
And I'll stop and be like, oh, this is like me using this as a coping mechanism to like ignore something, or I'm like
Yeah.
kind of freaking out and this is something attainable. Or like I had a hyperfixation on learning Chinese for a bit.
Oh, okay.
And I was like so obsessed with Duolingo.
Yeah.
Like being number one in my league.
Yes.
Like to the point where I would easily put in 8 hours just on Duolingo.
I was in a Duolingo phase of that as well at some point.
Yeah, like learning the tricks.
The competitive energy. I was like, and now I need to be at the top of the diamond
where
league
I
every
was
week.
like, where I was like, you actually get the most points if you delete the app, re-download it. Get the thing where you can get double points for re-downloading it and getting the widget, and then once you do that, you can just play the card matching game, double your points up. And I would do that for straight up hours.
That's so fun. I definitely didn't figure out all that. I didn't go that far, but that is hilarious.
I would straight up be like, in
know.
order to be number one, like all I have to do is do the card matching game 50 times in a row with the double, and I was insane. Like I would post and be like, I made it to the Diamond League, and then I won the Diamond League, which is the most you
Yep.
can do.
I did that too.
And made it the most that you could win. And I thought like, oh, I'm gonna get something like you maybe a free month of Duolingo.
You can't even send me a plushie.
Yeah, you don't get. All you get is like a diamond icon that you can like use as a little sticker in the league to be like, I won it once.
I won the Diamond League a couple times because I was also in a phase where I was obsessively like getting competitive. Like I have to stay on top of my Duolingo.
Yeah.
I'm on like an insane like almost 2,300 day streak. It's psychotic. It was the thing I started during COVID that like kept me tethered to like reality. I guess.
Yeah, it was.
I was like,
honestly, it's what I replaced the phone games with.
yeah.
And then I was like, I am just doing it in a different way now, where I am learning Chinese. But I mean,
it's a good way to exercise your brain at the end of better than a phone game.
Better
honestly.
than phone games. Like,
but it is like once I got to a point where I went, I have to let go of the need to be at the top of the Diamond League.
yes, I had to
now...
let it go. I literally had to tell myself, because I would freak out.
Yeah.
Because it's like you wake up in the morning.
Someone stole my spot?
Yes. You wake up and you get that and you're like, oh. And I also like, when you're in the same league as people, you start to realize like their schedule.
Yeah.
I would be like, Craig clearly is on the East Coast. He's up at 6 a.m. because when I get up, he's already like this many points ahead of me. So I'm going to let him burn out his morning points. And then I surge ahead. And then I would wait and be like, oh, he's off work now. I see he's doing his night Duolingo. And I would wait. So then like by the time he woke up, I'd be so far ahead, he'd know he couldn't catch up. And that's when I was like, oh, I'm insane.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is a crazy thing that's happening. And, you know, COVID changed us in a lot of ways that we still don't realize, I think. And
for me, this was last year, but yeah.
No, I'm saying it's still lingering effects of like,
yeah,
all these different ways we'll go insane and be like, what do I...
I'll do that and just like hyperfixate on things. And that's usually when I'm like, Oh, what am I avoiding?
Yeah.
Right now I'm really into crafting.
Okay, that's fun. That's nice. Use your
Yeah.
hands, stay off your phone.
Yeah, I'm knitting. I got a Cricut, so I'm very into vinyl stickers and
Okay.
like making them. And
Nice. That's cool.
yeah, I'm really into making pop sockets right now.
Oh,
and
fuck
phone
yeah.
cases.
Okay, I need once your Etsy shop is set up,
Yeah.
you let me know because I really want the Owala charms.
Oh yeah,
and
the Owala
I
charms.
want
If
all
you
the
want a custom
things.
phone case,
Yes.
you want a 3D pop socket with your
Yes.
dog on it.
Oh my God,
I can
yes.
do it all.
Yes.
I am
All of these
crafting
things.
hard.
I love that. And that's the thing too, where it's like crafting is such a good hobby, but then it's like then your house is gonna be like filled with just so much stuff. Because of all of the
I had to turn my
projects.
entire dining room into a crafting area.
Yeah.
But
That
I
tracks.
did get a sublimation printer and a full automatic heat press.
So
which
cool.
is crazy.
I want to learn how to do stuff with my hands like that. I'm not like, I
I'm
can
so
be a
good
crafty
at it
bitch in
now.
other ways, but sometimes I get overwhelmed with technology. Okay, do you have anything you might what you would consider to be your most problematic opinion or problematic behavior, like when you're going through something, or this is like a or series of questions, pick your poison. Most problematic opinion that you're willing to publicly admit, or problematic behavior you engage in when you're like going through it, or just something you generally want to like pop off about.
My problematic behavior is when I'm going through it, I turn to Twitter. Like
Yeah.
that it's when I'm depressed. I know I'm depressed when I'm on it, first of all.
Yeah.
If I'm like actively like I am depressed.
Yeah.
And like the past few I was like, yeah, this is it because I just like will also feed into the negativity and like hate on things that I'm like, I don't really care about this. Why am
Yeah.
I sharing this opinion? It's just gonna show me people I hate and I'm gonna be like, this fucking bitch.
Yeah.
And yeah. And because of a recent, I will share this opinion
Okay.
that I think is controversial.
Love it.
In my recent hyperfixation of designer clothing, yeah, I notice a lot of people will have a problem if you engage or endorse a designer who's problematic, obviously. And a lot of times it makes sense. And people were like mad at Sarah Jessica Parker because she wore a vintage Dolce & Gabbana to something. And it's like, it's vintage. That's probably been in her closet for forever. But they were canceled, Dolce & Gabbana.
Okay.
And I believe it is unfair. And I think that Dolce & Gabbana were canceled for being Italian. And you're out there and you're thinking, Ashley, they were canceled for being racist and homophobic.
No,
that's being Italian. Sorry. Those are probably the two most Italian things you can be.
Yeah,
like,
sorry. That is true.
Are both gay men. They are both gay men who were like, we don't think gay men should be able to adopt children or do IVF. And when people were like, but you're gay, they were like, but I'm also Catholic and I'm Italian.
And I will just say on the racism tip, I did a semester abroad in Italy in college, and my friend Kara, who was black, they would literally point at her and go, ooh, brown sugar.
Brown sugar. Yeah, they literally, I've been to Italy. They're racist as hell.
They're super racist.
They are so racist.
They're just like very ignorant. And then another friend of mine was from Hong Kong, and they were like, il cinese, just pointing and shouting at her. And I was like, what? And that just means the Chinese.
Yeah, they were canceled for like
fuck?
one of them like pretending to eat with like chopsticks or something. And like, I mean, if you want discount Dolce & Gabbana, the vintage stores in China, people just got rid of it because they were like, they hate us and they're racist.
Yeah.
So you can get some real good discount from Hong Kong on Vestiaire Collective. Like, I got a 2-piece Dolce & Gabbana 1993.
Okay, hell
tags
yeah.
and everything.
I was like, what about the tariffs?
Got it for $75.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you do have to check the tariffs. Sometimes they charge them, but sometimes they don't. But I think that they were just Italian. I think they are able to create such beautiful, distinctly Italian clothing because they are so Italian.
Yes.
And that's what you love about them.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
also, I just need to say in terms of like canceling people for wearing a thing, it's like, can we all just understand? This is where it comes back to things are nuanced. Like, yeah, sometimes rich people are shitty and they're endorsing and financially supporting people who are bad. And then sometimes people just went thrifting or got vintage something or like
all my
aren't
Dolce...
aware of all of the ways in which
all my
people
Dolce & Gabbana was thrifted. They didn't get my money.
Everything I wear, this whole outfit is thrifted.
This is all thrift.
All of it.
Like,
I got both of these at Crossroads.
This was Costume North Hollywood or something. They went out of
okay.
business.
Yeah.
And I went to the auction and bought so many clothes.
Hell yeah. I'm loving this corduroy
thing. Yeah.
It's-
This
I'm
was
like,
Goodwill.
I'm in the market for a good.
Yeah.
I got myself a corduroy from Crossroads the last time I went, and I'm like, oh, it's just not hitting quite right. I need it to be a little
Yeah.
looser. Like,
And
this is a good vibe.
I think this is just Target.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Incredible.
the Wild Fable Target brand
Nice.
from the Goodwill.
From the Goodwill.
So basically I'm saying this because if you see me rocking Dolce & Gabbana, what I'm saying is,
just deal with it.
don't get mad at me.
Don't get mad at me.
They were just being Italian.
They were just being
and,
Italian.
Like, Italians will be gay and hate gay people. Like, that's just how Catholic and Italian they are.
It's just Catholicism.
Like, that's just, I can't be mad at them for being
so
their
fair.
culture.
Literally.
Like,
so fair. So fair. Oh my God. Okay. Well, we've reached the end of our time here today. This has been so much fun. Ashley, thank you so much for joining me today. Where can they find you? And if you have anything you want to like plug that's coming up, please feel free.
You can follow me at the Ashley Ray everywhere.
Yeah.
You can listen to my album Ice Cream Money to get some of my jokes.
Yes.
And I have some shows in LA. Go to my website.
Go to her website.
See what they are.
If you're an LA local, figure it out.
Yeah,
You'll see
I'm on
around.
Super Bloom at the Elysian in some weeks. I don't
Okay,
know.
very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Okay,
This
bye.
was great.
So fun. Yay. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Trauma Bond with Theresa Bateman. This podcast is hosted, created, and edited by me, Theresa Bateman, produced by Ali Giordani. Our perfect theme song is written and performed by Tolliver. We are an independent podcast, so if you like what you hear, please leave us a 5-star review. It really helps. And you can also join us as a paid subscriber on Substack for any exclusive bonus content, or if you just want to support the podcast and what we do. Bye!
And light another dude, cause it's what? It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. Them boys, they love the trauma. Them girls, they love the drama. NB just slapped my mama. Oh God, here comes the karma. Let's go. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond. It's time to trauma bond, 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 bond.